I've always been led to believe that you need a certain amount of animal.
A lot of us have been exactly the same conditioning, right?
Yeah.
I was conditioned. I was told you need to eat meat, eggs, dairy, and fish to be strong. I needed cow's milk for calcium.
No, definitely, you don't need cow's milk. I have.
Why don't you need cow's milk?
Because we're not baby calves.
Wow! Finally, someone gets it.
No, but we don't.
Right. So
babies are brought up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who said that? Who
Right.
actually said that? And then we all follow it. No.
Right.
Holding, because I love animals. I'm an animal lover, and I have my little animals, and I would never eat anything.
So who do you farm? Do you farm them? Do you sell them?
No. Oh my gosh, no. I can't let anyone go.
But you're paying for it at the moment.
I would go. Yeah, I go to an organic farm, and I know
It means
will eat
nothing.
me, but I couldn't do it myself.
Have you ever been to a slaughterhouse?
No, God, no. I don't. Since we've been cave people.
Well, we had slaves for a long time. Does it mean that that's okay?
Of course not.
So it's the same thing, right?
What, eating animals?
Yeah. Well, it's an injustice, yeah?
Right. I think if an animal is being treated humanely, I don't agree with hunting, fox hunting and all that kind of
Okay,
thing.
why don't you agree with hunting and fox hunting?
Because I think that the animal is suffering.
Okay.
You're chasing it till it's exhausted, and then...
Have you ever seen a pig in the gas chamber?
No.
I think that you class that as suffering as well.
I think if it's quick and they're humanely treated throughout their life...
How does a humane slaughter look like? What does a humane slaughter look like?
Oh, it has to be quick.
Quick?
I don't, like having a throat slit and die slowly is not what I consider humanely.
So would it be humane to kill a human if we killed them quick?
Yeah, of course it would.
You would?
But
So
I
you
don't
advocate for
kill
murder?
Pardon?
So you're advocating for murdering
But
humans?
you're talking of a totally different thing.
Talking about a totally different species, it's not a totally different thing, because
But
murder's murder.
But we're humans and we eat animals. That's
Well, no, we're humans and we have been eating animals. It doesn't mean that we should be.
Okay,
we're humans who had slaves.
How do we survive then, just on plants? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, 100%.
Because our diet needs a certain amount of animal fats in it.
Animal fats? No, it doesn't. What animal fats do you need?
But then when you eat meat, of course you do.
No, you don't.
Why then? Tell me.
So this is I'll answer your question, but this isn't what we're here for. We're here for animal rights. But when you're looking at animal fats and saturated fats, they're one of the leading causes of heart disease. So eating animals actually is one of the biggest killers of humans. But that point aside, that's a health issue. When you talk about a justice issue,
it's definitely not from a health issue.
Listen, you need healthy fats, and you can get healthy fats from plants. But you're talking about health. I'm talking about the rights of an animal. Do you think animals should have rights?
I think any living being should have rights.
So you agree with me that they should have rights? So why do you pay to have them rights taken away from them?
In what sense?
If you buy meat, eggs, dairy or fish, wool or leather, you're paying for that animal to have their rights violated, their life taken from them for taste pleasure, for fashion items, for trivial things that you can choose a different thing to.
Fashion items, I don't agree with that. I don't think you kill a cow and then you wear it on your feet. I don't agree with that.
You don't? Why don't you agree with that?
Because I feel if I agree with eating animals. I don't agree with having them as a fur, a skin around as a fashion accessory.
Yeah, I know.
Any of that.
But you're rephrasing it. I want to know why. You keep rephrasing it. I want to know why.
Because I still believe, and you won't change my mind, that we do need a certain amount of animals within our diet. We have to eat animals.
If the science says that you don't, and if the science will prove to you that you don't, would you agree?
If the science proved to me, yeah.
Well, I'll give you something in a second where you can go away and I'll show you that the science is unquestionably solid on the fact that we do not need to eat animal secretions at all to thrive and be healthy. So
if I could be proved wrong, I would change. But growing up, I'm from farming as well. I've always been led to believe that you need a certain amount of animal.
A lot of us have been exactly the same conditioning, right?
Yeah.
I was conditioned. I was told you need to eat meat, eggs, dairy, and fish to be strong. I needed cow's milk for calcium.
No, definitely you don't need cow's milk.
Why don't you need cow's milk?
Because we're not baby calves.
Wow! Finally, someone gets it.
No, but we don't.
Right. So
babies are brought up, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who said that? Who
Right.
actually said that, and then we all follow it? No.
Right.
Why have we got all these intolerances? Why have I got an intolerance?
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't agree with things like that.
And why is most people against animal abuse but still pay for it? Do you think it's because of their conditioning? Because they haven't seen it?
Because we don't know any different. No, I'm absolutely for that.
Now, from the victim's point of view, do you think that's a justification? Do you think that's okay? Or do you think that humans, as a species, we should have the obligation to be looking into this and making changes for the victims?
We as humans have an obligation to look after this planet, you know, full stop.
But I'm not talking about environment, I'm talking about an individual.
Don't get me on environment, because
I'm not here for environment, I'm here for animals. 80 billion land animals are killed, stabbed to death every year and chopped up into pieces for sandwiches. I'm here for every single one of them, and over 2.7 trillion sea animals are also slaughtered to end up on someone's plate, and I'm here for every single one of them. Because to me, every single one is having a subjective experience of their own life, and they matter. Would you agree or would you disagree?
Of course they matter, they're a living being, yeah.
Right, so why, if your ethics are the same as mine,
Yeah.
that they're living beings and they should be left alone, is it purely this health thing that you've the conditioning of being told the health thing?
Diet,
so you'd agree with me then, if I can show you the science, you'd agree with me that a vegan lifestyle is ethically and morally what we should be doing?
If for health reasons that you can thrive on plants only, and I'm proving that, then yeah, I would. But yeah, I would
Cool.
have to be convinced.
Cool, I'm gonna give you, check this out here, okay? On this here, you got Vegan Links and Challenge 22.
Okay.
On the Vegan Links website,
Yeah.
there's loads of information about nutrition and diet and dietetics, because, and they collectively said that a whole food plant-based diet
Yeah.
is healthy for all stages of life. And you can find all that information on that Vegan Links website.
Okay.
But I have to stress that this is a benefit.
So, from an animal, I mean, so if they're not bred to eat,
Yeah.
then you're not going to have the animals in the first
That's
place
right.
anyway.
That's great. Do you know what? I'd rather never
Would
see.
you like to have zero animals? I'm just saying.
So-
I'm into, and I have a small holding because I love animals. I'm an animal lover, and I have my little animals, and I would never eat any.
So who do you farm? Do you farm them? Do you sell them?
No. Oh my gosh, no. I'd be too upset. I couldn't let any animal go.
But you're paying for it at the moment.
I would go. Yeah, I go to an organic farm, and I
Means
will eat
nothing.
meat, but I couldn't do it myself.
Have you ever been to a slaughterhouse?
No, God, no. It
I have.
Too much.
And do you know what you see when you go to a slaughterhouse?
But I think
you
if I did, I probably would stop eating meat. It's about education, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's reconditioning.
Of course.
It's starting, I guess, at schools and
Yeah.
teaching
Well, it's
kids.
starting with every single individual. We
Yeah.
can't say it's up to a school, it's up to that group of people, it's up to
Yeah.
these. It's up to every single individual taking personal accountability. But going back to being at a slaughterhouse, what you'll see is you'll see factory farm trucks coming in with maybe 100 cows on them, and you'll also see a small holding farm come in with 2 or 3. And my point here is that no matter where their animals are farmed, they all end up in that slaughterhouse having their head cut off for a bacon sandwich, for a roast beef, whatever it may be that people eat. So if this is a justice movement, we have to focus on the victims. I can see you're really empathetic. I can see that, you know, you wouldn't want to see an animal being slaughtered.
No,
you wouldn't want to think, you know.
No.
So you need to take personal accountability. Look into that Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. If that's all it's going to take for you to go over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I recommend on there's 2 things to also watch. There's Gary Yourofsky, The Greatest Speech You'll Ever Hear, and another one called Dominion. And it'll be a hard watch because you'll see animals being slaughtered, but you owe it to them to watch.
Yeah.
If you're paying for it, you owe it to them to watch it.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you. That was cool. So she was triggered by the signs to begin with. Oh, she's over there. Yeah, triggered by the sign to start with. Was like, oh, rubbish, and walked off. I was like, why? But yeah, I found she was quite cool to talk to. I think that she was just worried about health. So we're here for animal rights, of course we are. So I don't want to just be like, screw your health, like see you later, I don't care. So I give her some little things to go and look up with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, and she'll look into it. And once that's proven for her, her ethics and morals are in line with a vegan's lifestyle. So hopefully she's going to make that change and go vegan.
I've been thinking about it.